Today we're going to be showing you our top 5 driving tips.
Plus one of our biggest ever giveaways. Let's take charge of your game.
So this is really exciting for us as we get to share with you our top 5 driving tips that have helped our students and our online members transform their driving.
Yes, we're going to show you how to fix your slice, increase your turn to add more distance, fix your over the top and be generally more consistent.
Plus, make sure you watch the video to the end as we'll be announcing one of our biggest ever giveaways, giving away over £3,000 worth of prizes.
Yes, let's get into tip number 1. Right, Piers, talk us through the first tip then, please.
Okay, so this is really good for understanding what the club head should be doing through impact. It's going to help give you a bit more speed and stop your slice. And we actually heard this story, first of all, from a very good golf coach, Martin Hall. And he was talking about Greg Norman, obviously one of the best drivers that's ever played the game. And it was, well, Greg, what's your best ever golf lesson you've ever had? And it was actually from his mother when he first started the game. And she got him to go in the garden, actually, with his golf club and hit a bush in the garden with the golf club, but hitting the bush with the toe end of the club. So you can see, imagine the ball's on that tee there, I'm swinging through and look at my hands, look at the club head. So I've fully released the club. Imagine someone who's slicing a golf ball. Yeah. Imagine someone who's struggling to get through with power through the golf ball. They kind of look a little bit like this. So as soon as you have the intention, or hit the ground there, as soon as you have the intention of putting the toe in the bag, this kind of looks like what Tiger Woods looks like through the golf ball.
Tiger Woods, Mickelson, Greg Norman, amazing drivers of the golf ball. And if you are struggling with that slice, this is a great one, and for speed as well.
Yes, yes. So the objective with this is when you have something like this, look, it can be a golf bag, it can be anything. We've obviously got this little den caddy here. But if you're doing this, the objective is now when you hit a shot, you want the golf ball to be powerful when you hit the shot, but you also want it to not curve to the right if you're a slicer. So if you are a slicer, we want the ball to be straight or even go a little bit left and get that draw. Yeah. Hooking it is okay.
And you can even move it in tighter if you need be. If you're really struggling with a slice, move this in really tight. And we've done this with some of our students, and straight away, it fixes their slice. They almost turn it straight into a little bit of a draw. So it's a great one to get started with this to actually really get that club face working.
It's probably the most important one we do, the first thing that we do, just to show them that there is another option other than slicing it. Okay, so this is an amazing hole here, isn't it? That bunker looks like a long carry there, Andy, though.
I think you can get it over there.
I should be okay. Now it's probably going to have a little bit of a draw in it based on what drill I've just been doing. But looking forward to see what happens. That was nice.
Beautiful.
Still going. Right then, Andy, let's talk about the backswing.
Okay, well, the move away is so important. If we can get off to a good start, it's really going to help set us up for a good downswing. So what we want to look at with this drill, Piers, is really, we want to get the body synchronized with the arms in the backswing, and we also want to have a good movement with the club so we can get it on plane. So what we've done here with the golf club is put it down parallel to my target line, just outside my toe line. So what this is going to do here, it's going to ensure that I can get the club on a good plane because I want to get it matching over that. But how I'm going to get it there is crucial as well. We often hear about width in the golf swing. Now we're going to focus on width, what this lead shoulder's doing. So I'm going to take my setup, the club's in position here, and all I'm going to focus on doing here is getting this to move first with the arms and the club. So as I move now, I'm going to get some nice width with this lead shoulder. It's engaging my body to turn, and as you can see, I'm allowing the club to just sit nicely over that club. So I'm synced up with the arms and body. I'm allowing this sort of pressure now to move to this leg pierce, and the club is on plane. And if we can start like that, it makes it so much easier to actually start with a good downswing then. So often we see a poor movement of the torso, the arms might lift up and the club gets nowhere near where it needs to be. And then really, we're playing catch up from there. Well, it makes it very hard.
There are two main things for me as well, and that's the first one. The second one is that someone may want to go too wide, so they're really sort of pushing and moving out over there. Makes it a little bit harder to match it up over the club on the ground.
Exactly. So it's a nice little rehearsal. It's obviously good visually here. So from here I can just allow that lead shoulder to move. I can feel the pressure working as well. The club matches nicely over that golf club from there. From here then I can complete my turn. Hopefully then, maybe almost get as good as yours, Piers, on that last one.
It's not going to be as good as that one. But it's good as well, though, isn't it? Because we can leave that club in there throughout the whole practice session.
Okay, let's see if I can get a good one away here, Piers. I think that was better than
Pretty much in the same place, other than it's about 20 yards shorter.
Passed. So you're only 20 yards behind me now, Pierce. Do you have anything that can help you gain a bit more distance, and the guys who are watching this actually?
It just so happens I have. Okay, so it's a really good one to help get some more, obviously, power and optimize the drives as well. So golf club on the ground, and that's going to be just inside my trail foot. Golf ball well forward in the stance, and I like to tee a little bit high as well when I'm doing this drill with people. So first thing we're going to do, this golf club is actually running at 90 degrees to the target line. So golf club across the shoulders, and what I want you to do is to work at doing the match up. You've probably seen us do this before, but what we're doing is we're working at getting the golf club to match up over the club on the ground. So I'm now loading up, getting a good pivot, but I'm loading up into that trail side, obviously going to create potential power.
So great turn, really helps get the pressure to the right leg, really important to be able to use that lower body in the downswing as well.
Okay, so when I put the golf club into my hands, it's again, the feeling is this lead shoulder, get that over the club on the ground. So it's a really good way of, as we say here, loading up, getting this pressure behind, and then I can get behind the golf ball and hopefully I can optimize it. But there's a twist to it. When we look at the longest players in the world, we talk about Jack Nicklaus, we talk about Rory McIlroy, even Joe Miller, the world long drive champion or former world long drive champion. Their lead foot, heel, comes up in the air in the backswing. So we're going to put a little bit of that into it as well. So varying degrees with those three golfers, but if we can get this lead heel up in the air, it really does help put the pressure into this side, and it's actually really good for starting the downswing. I can from here slam that heel into the ground to actually start the downswing, but it's really important, Andy. I can see him itching to get in here to make sure we do this properly. It's really important to make sure that this knee comes inwards and almost points out behind the golf ball as opposed to pointing at the golf ball.
It really helps, yeah, it really helps you get this turn, and it's very similar to Arnold Palmer. He used to do this and really slam that heel down to start the downswing here.
I think both Mr. Palmer and Mr. Nicholas have both said that was the way they started the downswing. So, okay. Shall I give it a go?
Let's see if you can get close.
This is going to go 20 yards past you now. You do
maybe,
realise?
Maybe not.
All right. Okay. So, watch out, Proudman is all I'm going to say with this one.
I'll say good luck. Ooh,
maybe not the best for balance sometimes, but I don't care because that has gone miles.
I'm a little worried actually.
Oh, perfect. Right then, Andy, let's track back to the setup.
Setup, really important. If we can get our setup right, it's going to help us as well. Now, I think most of us know now, if we want to hit the golf ball as far as we can, it's good to hit up on the golf ball. You don't have to, but it's certainly going to help you add a few more yards. Now, this is what we see a lot of mistakes, or a lot of golfers make the mistake of doing. They're in their setup, and what we see a lot of is their trail hip gets very high. So the right hip for me gets very high, the spine then almost forces me more towards the target, and this really limits the ability to make a good turn behind the golf ball, and this really increases the chances that you're going to hit down on the golf ball and actually have a path that is more left. So the chances of you hitting as far as you can are small, but also you're going to potentially hit that little bit of a curve to the right. So alignment stick through the belt loops, and you need a mirror. All you're going to do for this is take your setup, take your right hand off, and what we want to focus on here is creating better tilts or better angles. So from here I'm going to slide down with my right hand, and as I do this, look, I want the right side of the alignment stick here to go with me. So now my spine's tilted away, my right hip is slightly lower than my lead hip, and this means from here I can really turn behind the golf ball now, have much better chance of actually hitting up on the golf ball. So it's a different setup, but something that we see so many people get wrong, which then limits their ability on the way back.
This works really well for tip number 3 as well, doesn't it? Getting into that. It works for all of them as well.
It does.
And look, working with a mirror can be often the best practice that you can do, because you can learn so much about what you're doing. You'll spot things that you thought, oh, I thought I was just doing that, and then suddenly you see all these errors that you may have. But this is fantastic for that.
So don't hit shots with that in, just have it as feedback in the mirror and then get the same feeling. So from here, right hand on the leg, slight tilt down. This creates the right angles for me. I am primed and ready to fire, Pierce.
This is going to go at least 220. Very nice.
Ooh. Ooh. Our last tip is great if you're somebody who swings over the top in the downswing, and if you want to play a draw. Pierce, talk us through this interesting looking drill.
Okay, so look, I mean, this is something you can do on the grass or a driving range. Obviously, I've got this shaft stuck into the grass. If you're on a driving range, then just put it into a mat. You can see that the alignment stick or the golf shaft is sticking up at 30 degrees on the target line, and we've got a bit of foam rod on top of that. You can get a swimming noodle or some plumbing insulation. You can do all this sort of stuff, fit it over the shaft there. And the reason we want something soft on it is because if you do hit it and clatter it, it's not going to do any damage to your golf club or to yourself. So the key is, and you mentioned there about the over the top. So if we look at what the over the top does, the club will move out in front of you. We call it a steep angle on the way down. Then that club is coming down out in front of you. It's going to want to swing to the left now, generally when you swing over the top. So obviously I will be hitting that. So as soon as I hit that, obviously I know I'll be doing something wrong. So it's going to really help me focus, and there's a good visual aid in there to really make me feel as though I've got to shallow the club on the way down. So I'm shallowing the club on the way down here. And then as I swing down, I've got more chance of actually swinging out to the right, which is where the draw comes from. So it's a really good visual aid. Obviously it's in there when we're hitting golf shots as well. So you may need to start off soft, but then you can build yourself up to full power. But this is one of the best ways of getting someone to draw the golf ball. You combine this with toe in the bag, it tell you what, we've got some draws.
Definitely, so it can really change the shape of your golf swing, and it certainly can help the backswing as well. If you're somebody who picks it up too early, again, this is great to get that club working a little more around the body as well.
Okay, so shall we hit one? Now it's been amazing here today at the JCB Golf and Country Club. We're on the 16th hole. We've picked this one because we've got a bit of a bunker in front that we've got to carry, obviously the ego thing of the distance, but it's been a fantastic hole. But I'm going to really work hard when I'm doing this here, that I'm being mindful that I'm probably going to go to around about 70%. So I'm not going to go full power. So I'm just saying all of that because in case I don't get over that bunker.
Okay.
You get what I'm doing here, yeah?
Yeah. Well, all right. I thought you'd have another chance to get past me, Pierce.
You wonder what I was talking about there, did you? But it's going to be a beautiful little draw, but it will be at 70%. So again, I'm going to have one more rehearsal where I can get the feeling of that club swinging down shallow and going more out to the right, and then I can pull the trigger. And there it is.
I think we should go down and play all those shots, Pierce.
So are you ready for this unbelievable giveaway? Definitely one of our best. So we are giving away a tailor-made M5 driver, an M6 fairway metal, a set of P790 irons, this amazing US Masters tailor-made staff bag. So all the players you saw last week from TaylorMade were using this bag.
Limited edition, by the way.
Limited edition, very hard to get hold of. Plus, Adidas as well are in on the prizes because we've got Dustin Johnson's full scripting Thursday through Sunday, all of his outfits, plus 2 pairs of Adidas golf shoes. Andy, that has to be one of our best giveaways we've ever done.
I'm going to enter right now. I'm going to enter right now.
How do you enter?
Right, all you need to do if you want to win these incredible prizes is subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this post, and leave a comment down below. Now, entry is going to close on Monday midnight, 29th of April. So good luck with that. And you know what? I might just not give it away, Pierce.
I can see that. That's going to go really well.
I might just take this home now.
Okay, also, massive thank you as well to JCB Golf and Country Club for getting us on the golf course here. This is just the one hole. It's actually our first video. We've got more videos coming up. They've been very, very good to us, letting us out here on this beautiful golf course and the 17th par 3. I cannot wait to get there. I haven't seen it properly yet.
We haven't seen it yet, but looking forward to it. We want to make this your best season yet, and we've got you covered. We have some incredible coaching plans that will help. We have Break 100, Break 90 and Break 80, and these are 6-week plans where we guide you week by week to help you break these milestones.
So if you want to actually start one of these amazing plans, make sure you click that link there and we'll see you there.